Hey guys. Hi. So I want to talk to y'all more about the the um the traits or the signs of when you are when you're not available emotionally. I feel like a lot of these readings now are going to be about look it's 10:10 right now. 10:10 right now. So I know for a fact I'm meant to talk about this. I really want us to be able to open up about our emotions a lot more because you got to understand when you are very detached or when you don't connect to your emotions, you attract those people. We have to understand that we're attracting what it is that we desire. We're attracting a reflection of ourselves. And so when we are detached or we're not available emotionally, we're going to attract people who are not available. And this doesn't just mean emotionally. These mean that people who are married, people who are already involved with others, people who already have commitments of some sort. And and so it's like for a long time we think that we can actually make it with this person or we can be in a commitment with this person, and then this person pretty much just ups and leave, or they were already involved with somebody, or they just couldn't give you what you needed in that energy, right? And so I want to read some signs about what happens when we're dealing with an emotionally unavailable person. And sometimes we ignore the signs within ourselves because we got to understand, okay, we have self-love, but what's the difference between self-love and being vulnerable or available emotionally? It's an issue, right? So I feel like when um let's see, the first one from being emotionally unavailable is like there's this inconsistency with communication. So when you're trying to form a connection with someone who's emotionally unavailable, you may notice that communication is likely okay. So like I'm gonna just basically, because I don't know if a lot of people is going to join this live, but I'm going to explain it and keep this video for us all to look back at so that we can really accept this love and open up our heart chakras so that we can attract people who's on the same vibration as us, right? It says when you're trying to form a connection with someone who's emotionally unavailable, hi. When you're trying to form a connection with someone who's emotionally unavailable, let me sit up. You may notice that communication is rarely timely or consistent. You never know when you'll hear from them. As a result, the relationship often feels as if it's on their term and you are in the passenger seat. Qualities of early communication could be an important precursor to the relationship's future success. A 2017 study found that communication in the beginning stage of a relationship can play a role in future relationship satisfaction. Furthermore, satisfaction with communication in the early stage of relationship might result in a more amicable, amicable partnership down the line. Two, they have trouble committing to plans. When potential plans are near, they might leave everything up in the air, which keeps you wondering and waiting around for a text or call. Or you may notice them becoming uncomfortable or uninterested if you bring up ideas for plans in the future. This usually isn't the case with someone who is willing to be vulnerable. When someone like you is emotionally available, the majority of the time they will make sure that you know it is with consistent communication and by showing their enthusiasm for planning future activities with you. So it says they send you mixed signals. Emotionally unavailable people can be extremely confusing. They may come on strong, then become distant. They may say they like you, want to spend time with you, or that they can see a future with you, but can't commit to anything right now. You might end up focusing on a positive part of the message while ignoring that the person is saying they don't want to commit or hoping that they'll change their mind. If they flip flop between saying they want a relationship or they don't, it could be a big indicator that they aren't truly ready for a healthy, serious relationship. Reading this to jump into a new commitment relationships plays a big role in how someone will act towards a potential partner. Unsurprisingly, a 2018 study found that singles who reported readiness were more likely to have great interest in a specific individual behave with intent to start a relationship and engage in flirting and physical touch. The study also found that people who had negative relationships in the past, such as if they were cheated on, are less likely to be ready for a committed relationship. They pull away when things get deep. Since emotionally unavailable people likely quiet closeness and intimacy with being hurt, they tend to pull away the more you try to connect with them. The more you fall for the emotionally unavailable person and show them through words and kindness how much they mean to you, the further they may distance themselves. It says they don't reciprocate your emotional efforts. You may not get back what you're putting into the relationship. The emotional unavailable partner anticipates being let down. One way they protect themselves is to not make the same effort as you in the relationships. For example, you may pour your heart out to them, expressing the love you have for them and how much you care about them, and receive little or nothing in return since they have a difficult time conveying their feelings. They become defensive surrounding emotional intimacy. You may experience some rare moments where an emotionally unavailable person gives you a glimpse into their true feelings, but push back to get them to open up more backfires. This is typically met with even more resistance and can result in anger, and greater defense, rudeness, or even anger. They won't be direct about their emotions. Typically, if any emotionally available person likes you, it will be clear to you. However, emotionally unavailable people will likely leave you feeling uncertain or confused on where you stand. Express how you feel about someone requires a certain degree of vulnerability, which is something an unemotional available person typically has a difficult time with. 8, they make you feel like you're the problem. The way an emotionally unavailable person acts towards you can make you feel unwanted, frustrated, or wrong. Singer says, for example, you may get vulnerable and open up to them about something deeply personal, and they may not have an empathic response, leaving you wonder if they're the problem. Wanting a deep personal and trusting connection with our partners is perfectly normal and healthy. However, this may not be something you can achieve with an emotionally unavailable person. Be on the lookout for signs of emotional manipulation and abuse, such as if they were using your insecurities against you, gaslighting you, or guilting you. These red flags should be taken serious. Pros, uh, um, um, Take it seriously, as a 2013 study proposed that emotional abuse can just be as harmful as physical abuse, since both can contribute to depression and low self esteem. So basically, what I was trying to say. And then it says insiders takeaway. You can't change the ways of someone who is emotionally unavailable. Your partner needs to put in effort themselves if they want to change to address their emotional wounds. It is possible for your partner to learn how to allow themselves to feel emotion. It will take time to break down the walls of what they've used to protect themselves in the past, says Singer. However, if they aren't willing to put in this work and meet you with dismissiveness, it might be time to re examine the relationship. And that right there is why I want to become more emotionally available, because I'm tired of being detached, and I keep realizing that I keep blaming my past person, but it's like it's over fucking with. I've already experienced the pain. I've already been through that. So it's like, why do I keep on blaming this person? And at this point in time, it's not even this person anymore. It's me not wanting to look within myself, and I want to be more open emotionally. So basically, I wrote down yesterday the 7 ways of how you can be more emotional. Basically, identifying the cause, which is what I'm pretty much on. I'm really on number 1 right now. Number 2, I've been practicing opening up to and taking it slowly, you know? But I also think I'm wanting to go skip down to number 5, and I want to actually spend some time with people in healthy relationships, and I want to ask them, like, how is your relationship so lasting? And then they're going to say communication plays a big role, but being emotionally available plays a big role. So, definitely, that's one thing I'm gonna work on. I feel like you guys should start going to people who's in healthier relationships as well, and start asking them, like, how did your relationship get to this point, like, to where there's trust, there's loyalty. And we got to understand, emotional availability is a state of mind and not an absence of feelings. So it's not about the feelings that we detach from. It's about the state of mind. It's about the mindset that we in, and we know that our words are powerful, and our mind manifests this, what we think, our deepest thoughts, right? And our deepest thoughts live up here. No one can know what we got going on up here because it is sacred. We keep it to ourselves. But If we're in this energy of being detached emotionally, we really can't connect to other people. Listen, if you love yourself, that is different. Loving yourself is different. We got to understand that loving yourself is different from loving somebody else. We can love ourselves because we can trust ourselves and we know we've been through a lot, so we wouldn't want ourselves to go through that again. We can't trust another person. So we'll assume, we'll have negative thoughts, we'll overthink, we will create scenarios. We will fall for men who are married or just not available, and we'll start thinking, well, maybe they'll leave this person for us. Why would we want that? Why would we want them to leave their partners for us? What if they're genuinely in love with their partners, right? We can't keep playing the victim because that's what we're doing pretty much. We're victimizing ourselves. We're basically saying we're this way because of this person. Yeah, this person changed us a great deal, but we don't got to continue to be this way. We don't got to continue to be detached emotionally because look at it. This person took all the vulnerability we ever had and all the caring and kindness for weakness, took it for granted. But they're out loving on new people, right? Regardless if they're changing or not, they're out loving on new people while we're just detached. It's hard for us to find love because we took their detachedness and they took our love. So they took all of our good energy and we was just left with the miserable, broken down energy. We had to build ourselves back up, and they're still living life with our positive energy attached to them while we still attached to these people, and we having to fight our way out of this attachment that we have, right? And so I feel like that plays a big role as well. And that's what's stopping us from going towards our true happiness. I feel like there's a lot of past people who could really be blocking us for sure. And it's because we, I don't know what point in time where we were hurt, we were betrayed, and we were deceived. But instead of, like, for me, I take everything as a lesson. If I get pulled over by the police and I know I don't have license and stuff and I get a ticket, I understand. I'm not going to get too nervous. I know that it's time for me to go and get my license or work on getting my license, right? If I, like, say, for example, if I get fired from a job, I just know I wasn't meant to be there. But why, when I was betrayed or hurt or deceived by this person, I just couldn't see why this person did it to me. I blamed myself. I took it out on every new person that ever came towards me, which is probably why I don't have a new energy right now, because I've pretty much took all the emotions that were done wrong to me and I did it to the person. So I was hurt by this person and I went to hurt the next person, thinking it was okay because this person hurt me. So now I have to hurt you because it's a defense mechanism. No, it's not. Let's look up the real meaning of intimidating, because I feel like as me as a tarot reader and other tarot readers, we just throw that word around, and we have to understand, and really sometimes we be so caught up in our thoughts and things like that, we don't realize that intimidating is not something you want to be. You do not want to intimidate everybody you come across. You don't want to come off as intimidating. I understand there's defense mechanisms, but those defense mechanisms is what's guarding us and blocking us off from opening up to our hearts, because love is the highest vibration, not defensive mechanisms or anything like that. We're here to spread love. Let's look up the meaning of intimidation. Intimidating literally means to frighten or overawe someone, especially in order to make them do what one wants. Intimidating somebody is pretty much like bullying. It's like bullying. And we think it's okay to have this intimidating energy, but we got to think about it. We can't have this very intimidating Queen of Swords type energy. We can know our truth, but that doesn't mean anything. Being in your truth is different from being intimidating. We don't have to be intimidating. We don't have to feel like we're forcing ourselves to frighten someone to make them do what we want, or we just come off very intimidating, right? We don't want to be intimidating. Um, it's to make somebody fearful or frightening them, to basically threaten to intimidate somebody, like to basically get an answer out of them or something like that. And if that's just naturally your personality, then that's just your personality. But guys, I'm starting to really see a lot of my issues that I was ignoring. But when it comes to me really craving and longing for intimacy and longing for love in my life, because I don't feel it. I don't feel it. I mean, I feel it from friends sometimes, but when you're not connected to your emotions, you don't feel it. And I used to be a crybaby. Like, I used to cry all the time. And when something really hurts me, I'm just numb to it. Like, I'm numb to it. And I want to be able to express myself. I want to be called a crybaby again. I want to be called somebody who's sensitive, who's always in her feelings. I don't want to be that defensive ass friend who's always being defensive because I allowed someone to damage me. But they didn't break me, they just damaged me severely. So now I'm repairing my emotions because that's what I want to do. And I couldn't get a therapist or anything like that. I have to do this on my own because I wanted help. I asked my parents to give me a therapist, they couldn't do it. I've asked so many people to help me, they couldn't do it. So I have to help myself. Like, a lot of people view me as this intimidating, this mean ass girl, this tall girl, and that's not who I am. Now, I don't care what people view me as. I don't want to be viewed that way because I don't, that's not who I am. I have a good heart, but because my heart has been damaged, on the outside, I show this defensive ass energy. But in the inside, I'm really as soft as a fucking baby's bottom, literally. And so that's why I want all of us to know that. Like, we keep attracting these men, and we're like, why do we keep attracting men that's not available? Because we're not available. It don't matter how much you say you love yourself. If you're not open emotionally, you're not available. You're not. And that's why a lot of men are intimidated or afraid to approach us because of this defense mechanism. So it's like, at the same time, we have to understand that we got to take a look at ourselves, and we can't keep pointing fingers at this person because this person didn't moved on, they didn't fell in love with somebody else, while we're just so detached and we're pushing everybody away to protect ourselves from being hurt again. So we're going to be single for the rest of our life because we're pushing everyone away to not be hurt again, instead of just opening up to love, accepting love, allowing love in. Now we just got to move away from the past. That was painful. It was, but we got to go away from that. We have to move forward. All right. So I want to do these readings here where they're going to be $12.22. It's basically to, and that angel number is about peace, love, and harmony. It's about relationships, very stable foundations. I'm gonna just explain to y'all what the 1222 meaning is. And I basically want to see, like, if you are dealing with somebody in a connection and you're really interested in knowing what is your issues when it comes to being emotionally unavailable, like what's making this connection delayed, what is the blockages in this relationship to make you move forward. Or if you're single and you haven't had anyone yet, I'm going to be doing readings where it's like I'm able to get you to, I get dig deep into this childhood issues you may have and things like that, because we got to sit here and look at it. Everybody's telling us we attract what we are, right? You attract what you are. We're emotionally unavailable. So we attracting people who emotionally unavailable. They can't fulfill us emotionally. So they come to us in a form of just wanting sex, players, people who's already in relationship, cheaters, married people, just people who you would think they just not emotionally unavailable, but no, they're not available at all, like in at all. So we basically have to see. And basically it starts off with identifying the cause, identifying what made you feel this way. Now we all know, for every last one of us, it was because of a past betrayal, whether it's with friends, family, or lovers. It's a past betrayal. Now you have to practice opening up. Practice expressing yourself, whether you get a little emotional or not. Just practice opening up. Take it slow. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. If you don't feel it right now and you still want to be detached, then you do that. Spend time with people in healthy relationships. Involve your partner because they mirror you. So if you attract somebody here and they're just shut off, it's because you're shut off. It's because a part of you is not open. You mirror your partner. And a lot of people are here to teach us lessons and things like that. So if they're not in our life for a long time, but just that lesson, What is it that you need to be more open with? You feel like you got commitment issues, because every time when somebody asks me, do I like somebody? And I probably do feel like I like them. But there's not a probably. I shouldn't say I don't know. One day I do, one day I don't. I need to know, right? And so I feel like a lot of times we have to understand that we got to attract what we want. Like, we can't just keep sitting here and speaking it. We have to put in that work. We have to be open emotionally to receive love, right? We can give it, but we need to be able to receive it, because we're constantly giving it and we want to receive it. Like, and that's what you have to like do. If you want love, then you have to stand in your truth. You can't keep lying to yourself. Don't keep lying to yourself. Because I'm telling y'all, I keep saying, why do my collective go through this? Why do we keep attracting men who are not available, women who are not available? Because we're not available. Because do we forget we shut off because of all the things we've experienced last year, 2021, 2022, 2020? Them last 2 years have been a hard 2 years. And I told y'all, I'm here because I have this empathy. Like, I know I could connect. I'm an empath, but I can connect to my own emotions. Being an empath, that's a problem. So a lot of people view me as a bitch, defensive, guarded. Just let your guard down. Not everybody is gonna hurt you. Well, well. Everybody does hurt you. Some people do leave you. I want to read y'all a message, and this is very personal. Um, I've only shared it with four, maybe 4 or 5 of my mutual friends. It is a message that I sent to my past person. I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to express that. That's how I felt in the end when I reacted out of my emotions. It's what I told this person. He seen the message, didn't respond to it. I got all the answers I needed. This is me finally fully letting go and accepting new, not worried about my past, not involving myself with the past. I want nothing to do with my past. But I want to learn to let it go. So after I read this message to you guys, I'm not even going to keep it in my notes no more. I'm going to delete it and not even focus on it anymore. It's like he doesn't even matter to me. All right? So it's very, very graphic. This is just something that I'm doing. I have to practice opening up, and I'm doing it with you guys. So I feel like if y'all don't have someone to open up to, then you can go find a friend or just somebody that you really trust to try to open up to. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I would be, if I didn't be transparent with y'all right now, and I'm gonna be so honest with y'all. I thought I liked this Capricorn that you guys heard me talk about, but I found out he was in a relationship, right? And I think that right there is what clicked me to really start discovering that I needed to become available to attract the people that I want to attract, because I'm tired of attracting these type of people that are not available. And so that was the final straw. I'm like, okay, I detached myself from the situation so quickly with no emotions attached to it whatsoever. And I started thinking, okay, so how can I be available to attract people who are available, not people who are unavailable? I don't want this person to leave who they are with just because I have feelings for them. We can get rid of those feelings. So listen, basically, it was like this Capricorn and this Taurus. And I liked the Capricorn more, but I wasn't really too sure if he had a girlfriend or not. I found out a few days ago because we all have mutual friends, like we're in a group chat and stuff like that. But he was flirting, like he was not showing signs of a single person. I'm gonna let you know that he was hiding the fact that he had a girlfriend. He was not trying to let that shit be known. Only his friends knew. And so basically, it was like he would get jealous when I was talking to the tourist friend of his, because I used to talk to a lot of people. I'm single. I could talk to whoever I want to talk to. But he would get jealous all the time of everybody I was around. I don't know if he was just being a jealous friend, or he just literally sent me mixed signals. And I was always afraid to speak to him. It's like we mirrored each other a lot. Like, I seen a lot of myself in him, but I realized he was very loyal. Like, he's not going to cheat on his girlfriend or anything like that. And I don't expect him to, which is why I'm like, okay. So then I started opening up to his friend, and I didn't like his friend. Like, I've made that pretty clear to him. But then I was able to really start telling him a lot about what I went through in the past and stuff. And I think that really helped me. Like, and his friend just sits there and listen to everything I say. He opens up himself. Like, really, I think, and this is my first time really opening up to a boy like that. So I think he's gonna be that friend that I could really open up to and start expressing myself to, like telling him a lot because he'll just sit there and listen. And I think I really needed a grounding energy like that. Like, I'm so glad I have friends like that. But anyways, so basically, I'm gonna tell y'all what I said to my past person. Like, I mailed him. Well, I text him, and so I told him this is exactly what I said. Hold on, guys. Okay, so this is April 1st, 2021. That was literally a year ago, right? This I sent this message so long ago, but it had so many emotions in it. Like, I was crying while driving at 4 in the morning. Literally, so let me tell y'all something. So the tourist boy that I'm friends with, he knew I had a crush on his friend, like, but I don't know why he didn't tell me he had a girlfriend until like literally a few days ago. So that's when I stopped. But I used to tell him a lot. Like, I told him a lot. I used to bring up a lot of boys too, but I don't know. I don't know if he has feelings for me or anything like that, but he would get jealous when I brought up a lot of these boys as well. Like, he didn't like that. He obviously didn't like it, but he would listen at this point. I feel like, I don't know if I'm avoiding the fact that he got feelings there. I don't know what he got, but we'll just have to see. But I just wasn't interested in him. I just seen him as a friend. And so I told him like a few weeks ago, like not even weeks, months ago, that his ex girlfriend was one of the girls who my Gemini was talking to. So that, like, right there, and the girl, the Taurus ex girlfriend, she did not like me because she thought I liked the Taurus, and I didn't. He was just a friend. So I told him, I was like, bro, like, I know you're not together with this girl no more, but did you know she was talking to the boy that I was talking to? Like, and she always used to get mad because she thought I was talking to you. So after that, in last April, that was like the final straw for me and this Gemini. Once I found out he was still talking to his girlfriend, I thought he broke up with her because I was watching tarot readings, trying to get advice for when he does come back, and they were bullshitting, which is why I don't believe a lot of tarot readers who I used to watch. I don't watch them no more. And so when he came back, I'm thinking he really changed. I mean, I've seen some changes in him, but it wasn't fully full. No. So I think that was a test. And you can think that y'all have a very deep connection, but you can't ignore the red flags when they're there. So three times, God tried to show me three times, mind, body, and spirit, three times. For one, he wanted to keep my mind right. He ain't want me to go crazy, get sad, get angry. So I avoided it. This Gemini left his Instagram on my phone three times. One, I logged off. I didn't want to see it. The second day, it was something telling me to do it again. Nope, didn't do it. That third day, I couldn't do it no more. I don't go looking through nobody's messages or nothing like that, but something told me to look through them text messages. So I looked through those text messages. He has me, his baby mama now, and then the Taurus's ex-girlfriend. And I go click on the Taurus's ex-girlfriend, and he's literally chatting with this girl, like they are talking for real. And so that really broke me. That broke me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I cried about that all night, like all week, and I just could not get over that. I was so sad about it. Like, so then I was like, fuck it. You know what? I'm not gonna feel like this. Like, you made me feel like there was really hope in this relationship going somewhere again, and you bullshitted me again. So this was my response to that. And we went 5 days without talking after I sent him this message, and then I started talking to him again. And then I was just so upset. Like the energy was not there. The energy was off. Like he was trying to be hella nice and trying to be hella romantic and shit, but I was done. Like he already knew he fucked up. It was over. It was done. Like that was the ending of it. And I tell y'all, I haven't spoke to him since February. Didn't even say much to him. I just told him not to worry about it. That's the only thing I ever said to him when he was asking me questions when he did see me in February. But that was the end. That was the complete end. And this was the message I sent. I left my mom's house because his mom lives 2 minutes away from my mom, and I didn't want to be around that energy. So I left my mom's house. I was upset. I was crying while texting. I said, "You can't even respond. Shows how much of a person you are. You could have kept it real from the start. I asked you hella times, what did you want from me? You couldn't even tell me. I see you don't like me. You like what you can get from me. I don't understand how you can just take advantage of someone who never had intentions to hurt you and still be around me like you're trying to understand me. But really, all of that is bullshit. You literally hurt me more times than I can count, and not once did I ever give up on you. You don't even really know me for real. I'm the most loyal person slash friend in the world. All I asked for in return was the truth. What did you really want from me? And it's clear to see you were clearly using me. I don't see how you could be so heartless towards people that only wants the best for you. You don't gotta respond. I know you're not gonna do that anyways, but you should know that everybody that comes into your life doesn't always want to hurt you. Maybe they just wanted to love you. And I think that part right there was meant for me too. Everyone that comes into your life does not want to hurt you, but maybe they just wanted to love you. Like that is hard. That is like, damn, cut. That's over with. Okay. No more of that message. But that's crazy, guys. That's crazy because that right there is like literally the truth. What I told him was something that I did not go by, and I pretty much pushed away anybody who ever came towards me because I was so stuck on a past. We got to let that go. It's over with. We have to let it go. It's done. There's nothing more to say. Like, give me 1 second. All right. So basically, I just had to send a reading out. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know, guys. That was something I had to tell myself because literally it's over. It's over. Me being detached, like literally, we're detached, more detached than ever. And I don't got time for, okay, give me 1 second, guys. All right. Hold on, guys. Yeah, see, I think like we got to understand too. And as I was sitting there thinking about that, I'm like, I keep falling for men that's not available. Like, why do I keep doing that? And so I was like, there's something about me that needs to be available because obviously I'm not available if we're attracted when we are, right? And I had to think about it. No matter how much self love you got, if you're not emotionally open, it's not gonna work out. I don't care how long you think it's gonna work out. It's not gonna work out. I'm telling you, because you have to. Nope. You gotta be open emotionally. Hold on, guys. Good morning. So yeah, you gotta understand, like in order for something to really work out, you just gotta be available to it. And sometimes it stems from your emotional availability stems from you not having that connection with your parents or your family, or like them not showing you enough affection and stuff like that as well. So yeah, that's definitely how that works out. Listen, I want to do something though. So this is I'm offering live. It doesn't have to be live, but if you're interested in getting one, hi. If you're interested in getting one, there's $12.22. And basically we're about to see, like, if you're dealing with somebody and you feel like your connection is not going where you want it to go, or if you want to know if you can ways that you can become more open emotionally. We're about to I'm about to do a reading, okay? And I'm gonna basically explain to you how it is, but it's a basically B I'm gonna call it BEA. I'm gonna call it beat. Okay? And it's called Becoming Emotionally Available Today. Like that's what I'm gonna call it. And they're $12.22. Basically, that is what I'm gonna do. I wanna do that. I'm gonna give y'all an example. I'm gonna share myself. I'm gonna open up myself to y'all. So we're gonna see what is some things I need to work on to become emotionally available, right? And if you're interested in getting a reading, then let me know. But I'm gonna just give you an example first, right? So let's see. Spirit guides, what are some things that I need to work on to become emotionally available? I'm going to put that as like a reading, or I'm going to start doing like childhood readings as well, too. Like, I need to start getting different readings and stem away from the love topic because there's some changes we got to go through before we attract that one. And we got to go through it and face it head on. Yeah. So listen, it's my thinking. So for one, I have to work on my thinking and its self-sabotatory energy, this Eight of Swords energy. I have to start focusing on that. Let me see. Let's get some more out. I'm gonna expose myself too. Hmm. All right. Yeah. Okay, guys. And I can't read myself for real. So this is gonna be crazy. This is gonna definitely be crazy. Okay. All right. All right. Damn. Okay. 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 There's a lot I need to recognize, right? There's a lot I need to recognize. So first of all, I need to stop acting. Listen. So there's a masculine energy who sees like I don't fight, I'm not for the competition or anything like that. So there is a man here who does see that I'm worth it. Like they have a lot of I've been getting a lot of attention from this person. But this is also somebody who holds back, who doesn't really say much. I don't know who this person is. I'll find out later. But I act like everything is fine when really I'm not happy. I'm not fully happy. Look at that. This is two Ten of Swords. They literally have a everything is fine Ten of Swords and the regular Ten of Swords. How many fucking Ten of Swords can you have? That's being betrayed. Like acting like everything is fine, but I'm really not fine. I'm really not happy. I'm really angry. I'm really upset. I'm really pissed off, right? Because listen, so I can figure this energy that I'm struggling with, and I'm struggling with acceptance. And what I'm struggling with is I have to know, like, I wanted to know. I don't have to anymore. Like, I've severed that tie without having to know. But I wanted to know about why this person just decided to choose to work with somebody else. What was it about me? What was it about me? Was it my looks? Was I unattractive? Was it something that was wrong about me? Was there just something that you didn't like about me that made you want to choose this person? So really, it stems from me having insecurities, me having low self-esteem, me realizing that I really just wasn't confident in myself. I when I met this person, we was both at our lowest. I'm not going to lie to you, but the funny thing about it is I still had a heart. I still fucking had a heart. And at the end of the day, I kind of knew that there was like no mutual feelings here, or maybe I loved this person more than he loved me. And it was just very unbalanced because this person was already not really putting in any effort. He was very much unreliable, very lazy, He pretty much was a cheater. He was very jealous. He always accused me of doing shit when you're in a whole relationship doing it. So it was weird. I just feel like at the same time, we never really expressed how we felt. We never expressed that there was a relationship here. I just felt like I just started feeling very unbalanced, like it wasn't balanced anymore because it's not a pair. These two people are not a pair. I feel like he was here to teach me how to love myself or bring myself up. I feel like there was a lot of drama, a lot of insecurities, a lot of lack of focus. There was not really, I feel like I was the only one who woke up to these issues and he didn't. I think he really just rubbed off on me. He was very unbalanced. He was unhealed. He had emotional unavailability. He wasn't available emotionally, right? And he had different lovers. We had this strong connection. I really thought it was working because then at one point in time when he did come around, he did make me his priority. He would leave his phone in the house and do all of that stuff and just focus on me, right? And I liked that. I thought that was okay because then there's no drama. There's nobody here that's going to bother us or anything like that. But I struggled to move out of that mindset of feeling like he's going to, everybody that comes towards me or wants to invest in me are going to literally do me like my past person did me. Now, my issue is I overthink, I assume, and I think the fucking worst. I think the worst. I create the worst scenarios and I don't really express myself. I'm afraid to tell someone how I feel because I feel like I'm going to be rejected. They're not going to like me. They have other people. They're cheating. Like, it's just so much that stems from me having these insecurities because they mirrored back on this person. And because I woke up to this, I actually was able to receive the clarity I needed to let this person go and no longer fight for it. And I'm actually fine now, and I'm able to let this pain go because I was able to work on it. I understand that it was a struggle because I didn't really have the confirmation or the clarity of why he didn't want this relationship with me or why he just didn't see it working out. It bothered me a lot that I didn't have the clarity, but then I understood and I knew I didn't like the way that he was making me feel. Like once I noticed that he started making me feel unhappy, and it was just like it was a draining even dealing with this person. That's when I knew, like that's really when I knew that it was time for me to dead this, right? And so when it became very unbalanced, or I just felt uneasy, or like I wasn't being healed, or this connection just was not, we were not on the same page. I clearly knew we were not on the same page, which was, it made him very impatient and it made him have to, like I said, express these feelings, which were really love bombing because he were not open emotionally at all. I genuinely, now that I see this, there was no love there. There was no love there. I definitely feel like I loved him as a friend or I really cared about him, but there was no love there. And I struggled to move away because I always wanted answers. But when I realized that I just got to wake up and see where I played the part or where I went wrong in a situation and leave it alone. So I clearly see now, like as I'm looking at this table, this person ain't for me. He's not for me. He just projected his insecurities onto me, his beliefs onto me, and I allowed them to go on for so long before I decided, no, we're done. We're stopping that. It's over with. No more. No more. I'm successful. I'm a lot happier without you. I clearly see that you are breaking me down instead of building me up. And I don't need nothing from you. I don't want to speak to you. I don't got to say nothing to you. But I have struggled with my assuming and self-sabotatory energy because of the things that I allowed from you. It was bad advice. I stayed around and I knew you wasn't committed or you weren't worth it or we just were not going to move forward with this commitment. But I just had fears of being alone, or I love the attention I was getting because I wasn't getting it from friends or family. It was very painful when I didn't have friends who could come in and be there for me either. I had to go through everything on my own, and I've realized like a lot of things didn't work out. I was not growing. Yes, exactly. I definitely was not growing because I let my guard down. I let my guard down and I had to learn how to set boundaries again. So no more inconsistency. I won't allow nobody to play me. I know when somebody's lying to me. I'm celibate for 2 years. I really just, I've restricted myself from a lot of people and a lot of things. Like, yeah, after being abandoned, I suffer with abandonment issues. Like, I really feel like everybody that comes into my life is going to abandon me, and I don't like it. I hate it so much because I really suffer with abandonment issues. Not even because of this person, but because of what I went through with my parents. Like, it's bad. So here's the thing. This person, he's starting to see why I don't want nothing to do with him now, because you took me through hell for so fucking long, and all I ever did was wanted to nurture you, and I wanted to love you, and you couldn't do that. You could not fucking do that for me. So it's like I clearly see that no, this person was not meant for me, and I've actually been through a lot throughout this energy. I feel like this Pisces energy, that Pisces moon here that I have, is what allowed me to realize that I don't need this person, that I'm a lot happier without this person. This person may not be happy, or he just clearly couldn't see my independence, or he didn't think that I would be okay by myself. But I am. I'm very much growing, and I'm fruitful by myself. And guess what? He's angry because he's having to watch me and learn more about me, but he can't ever have access to my energy again, right? Because he wasn't ready, because he wasn't a man of his word, because he's not my masculine. He's not who I'm meant to be with. He was a karmic in my life. And I had to learn to let this situation go and let him go. Why? Because we ain't built the same. We're not built the same. I'm growing, I'm elevating, and I'm learning to connect to my emotions again. Now this bitch is in competition with me, and he's jealous of me, and he's hating on me because I chose to do the right thing. Now he's stressed up at nighttime because I want to give my love to other people. I don't want to love you. When I had that chance to, when you had that chance to, you projected your insecurities on me. You made me feel like I wasn't good enough. I am good enough, just not for you. Just not for you. Okay? So now he decided to just jump into a very toxic relationship in fears of being alone. And I focused that love back on myself. So who's really the one who fucked up here? Like, and at the same time, he's still not loyal. He's still got all this attention on him. He's still manipulative. He still only get what he can get from other people. Like, literally, he not worth the damn. He's not. He was a karmic soulmate, a karmic imposter in my life. And I had to learn that. And it also made me very detached, very shut off as well. But I love this because I never get to read myself, but I just read myself so good, and I love that for me. Now I'm gonna continue to work on my self sabotaging energy. I definitely realized that I was insecure, and I had a lot of insecurities, and that played a big role on why I allowed him to come in and play with me like that again too. But I'm very strong. I'm very beautiful, and I won't accept anything back from my past. And I'm definitely seeing clearly now that I have to be open to accepting love in order to receive that love that I deserve. So I don't want nothing back from my past. I also need to learn to forgive the past in order to move forward. But I definitely got somebody here who matches my energy, somebody who is meant for me and only me. And it came after a long period, a long period. But I think I finally had to really see and gain that determination to move towards what I actually wanted. Because it took me a while. I had to clearly see no more fighting this, no more being stuck, no more indecisions. Focus. What is it that I needed to work on? I found out that I needed to work on actually believing in love and actually opening up to my heart and actually not fearing the unknown. But if I have deep feelings for somebody, then I need to go for them. I do. I need to go for them. Yes, my past, everything is fine. Yes, I went through the pain. Yes, double the fucking pain. But I love myself more. And I want to open to my emotions because I knew that no one can clearly see that I'm ready to balance things or I wasn't ready to have a relationship coming in. Nobody can see that because I always came off very uninterested, unsatisfied, like not really doing much until I realized how detached I was, how upset I was. And while we're detached, we're trying to look for that happiness or that fulfillment, you know? But you always get confused when you start attracting men who are not available when you're not available, right? I just had to start focusing that love back on myself and opening up. Now I'm gonna start connecting to my emotions more, and let's see how that's gonna go. So we seen how life went when I didn't open up to my emotions, but now that I am learning to become more open emotionally, how is that gonna turn out for me? So I realized that I was stuck and I didn't have a lot of determination here, and I have to go after what I want. I realized that a lot of things have not moved forward in my love life because of how detached or shut off I am, or how impulsive I could have been because of how disconnected I am from my emotions. Now that I am deciding to express my emotions, I feel like there's going to be smoother. My emotions and relationships are going to be more smoother. I'm going to attract more people who are willing to have stabler relationships. And I realized that me not being balanced emotionally, which really caused the issue, is what caused the imbalance. It caused the imbalance. So it makes me feel like I rush everything, or I just really didn't heal that part of me. I'm still learning because it's not fully healed all the way, but I'm still learning. But I definitely know that by doing so, I'm attracting a lot more in my life. I definitely have a connection here with someone here that I've known before. And maybe at one point in time I was confused, but I think this is a lesson. This is something that I needed to do. Hold on, guys. That's funny. I just put the friend card down and my friend just called me. Give me 1 second. Hello. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. What happened? Hold on. Hold on. What happened? Hmm. All right, guys. Just give me one more second. So I'm gonna see y'all in two. Give me like 10 more minutes. Or I'll just come back on live. I'm gonna just finish up my last little part so y'all can hear that part. But I'm communicating with my friend right now, and I want to tell her something. So I'll be back. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I'm sorry about that. So, anyways, yes, basically, I was just talking about how, like, okay, my friend called, so I took a call from my friend. Anyways, so basically, because I'm now starting to open up my emotions again and healing that part of me, I feel like I'm gonna have a lot more deeper connections that I'm gonna start having or starting to attract after allowing the past to go. Look at these cards. Because I'm very strong. Because I'm working on things that's going to elevate my growth. I'm working on myself. I'm acknowledging my securities, facing my fears, facing the challenges that I may have had, and I'm starting to work towards them. So when you open up your emotions or you start to open up emotionally, becoming available, that's when things are going to start prospering and coming in for you in your life. Because I've been very unbalanced and I've been stopping my own growth by not being open, by restricting myself. So now it's time for me to actually express myself, which is going to be beautiful. And I can't wait to see how this journey is going to be. This is beautiful. Yes. So literally, that's really what I got here. Like I've just got to open up. I got to be more open emotionally. Move away from karmic cycles or karmic people who just don't serve me anymore. Letting go of these karmic energies. No longer attaching myself to these people, no longer giving to these people, just going after people who are reciprocating energy. And if they can't, then they gotta go. There's somebody doing some type of magic to keep me stuck or to keep my car stuck as well. I don't think it's gonna fucking work out. It could be working now because I do got a lot of things fucking up with my car, but I'm not scared of black magic. So there is somebody here that is doing some type of magic on me. I don't know why. Yeah, because they want me to be stuck. They want me to be stuck. But the only thing that's stuck here is them. Anyways, at the end of the day, sometimes you just gotta acknowledge stuff for what it is and go away, go after it. I also feel like I'm very open emotionally. There's people who stressed out because a girl who's stressed out who's been trying to do magic on me and it ain't working. So she could be a Capricorn, a Taurus, a Cancer moon, a Pisces moon, but she very manipulative and she over it because it's not working out. She just gonna get karma for whoever she is. So I'ma still get my new beginnings. For whoever's doing magic, that I would advise them to stop because it's only gonna get worse for them. All right, guys, that was my little message. I'm gonna go now, and I'm gonna come back and do another live. And if you guys want to ask questions or you wanted to know something about your current partner, or I don't know. I'll just be on here later. I'm sorry, guys. I feel like I kind of threw the whole live off because I just stepped away from the computer for a second. But every time my friend calls, I have to take this call. I don't want to just answer it and be talking in front of the computer. But if y'all want to be open emotionally, I feel like y'all got to learn how to face y'all past as well and get through it so we can become more emotionally available so we can attract people who we know we are meant to have. We got to let go. let go and let God, and open our hearts up to love. Hi. Hi. Okay, guys, so I'm about to do a different live. If you're interested, only if you're interested, I will be doing my $5.55 questions and my $11 personal readings. So if you're interested in that and you got questions or you're eager to know something, then I will be doing it. Should I do it on this live, or should I create a whole new live for the ones that are interested in getting a reading? It's only 11:24. Yeah, that's what we're learning, to open up and face our fears and be in our emotions. Tap into your emotions. Connect to your emotions. I have a lot of Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces energy in my chart, and I need to actually start expressing it. Hi. Yeah, see that Pisces energy. Ignoring your intuition when it comes to friends. Okay, so I feel like if some of you guys are, if you got a Pisces energy in your friends, or you have a Pisces who your friend and you're avoiding something, you're ignoring your intuition when it comes to false friends, I think you need to wake up and reevaluate your friend group here. Because there's some people here who could even be, this friend could actually be cheating with your spouse, like with your husband or your baby father. I don't know. This is just not somebody you can really trust for real. If you got friends here, you've been thinking about it a lot, and you've been ignoring your intuition on whether or not you should leave these friends, I think you're gonna learn about some type of news about these friends, and you're gonna let them go. Yeah, because one of them has been cheating with your spouse. I don't know who this is for. Pisces or a Cancer energy, but I just seen it, so I called it. Some of y'all need to reconnect, or you're going to be reconnecting with a friend soon. Don't lose focus. If you've been wanting to hang out with a friend, it's time for you to reconnect with that friend. Yeah. If some of y'all have been having a lot of baggage or a lot of responsibilities, and you just tired, you overworking and all of that, you need a break. It's time to take a trip. Go take a road trip. Go somewhere. Go release that stress. Go plan something for some of you guys. Yeah. Some of y'all got a court situation going on right now, or you got a Libra who is not fair to you, who's going to try to come back. Don't let your guard down. Continue to leave this person where they are. They're stressed out, having nightmares, overthinking. Leave them where they belong. They were not balancing, or they didn't bring balance into your life. Okay? So just remember that. Focus on manifesting everything you truly desire in this present moment now. I bet y'all probably like, what is she talking about? I'm just talking at this point because I kind of, the live energy is just like weird because I just stepped away from the live. But know that y'all are goddesses and gods, and you're going to attract anything that you've ever put your mind to. Just know that you are a bad bee, and the universe never misses you. Never. They manifested something for you. They are. And I feel like the more that we disconnect from love and the more that we shut off from love, the more we just gain self-love within ourselves. But we don't attract the men who we really want to love us, because we got to get rid of this detachedness and actually work on being open to love, to attract that. Yes, I am doing the $5 questions. Like, exactly. Listen, we got to realize that it's time for us to open up to love so that we can receive love, because we've been so shut off from it. And when you got the Ace of Cups in reverse, that's like failed relationships, failed connections, detachment. Like, it's not going to work out here. But the universe wants y'all to know, once you decide to focus on self-love and even focusing on loving and opening up emotionally, that is when you start to receive all that you've manifested. I'm seeing that. Yeah. Forgive the past, let go of the past. If everything is fine, or you're acting like everything is fine in the past, then you move forward. You've succeeded a lot. Don't let your past judgments make you feel like you can't grow or elevate or connect to someone in the present moment now. Open up to your love. You love yourself. Your stability isn't a problem. Your confidence isn't a problem. It's this love that's a problem. You focus on self-love, but when it comes to actual love, like letting love in, that's something that you're very disconnected from. So do the right thing, guys. All right. All right. Okay, guys. So I'm going to start a new live here, and I'm gonna do that live is gonna be strictly for those who want a reading. Cause this live, I don't want to I don't want to do hella readings on here. I make this live hecka long, and people want to go back and rewatch what I said about being emotionally available. So I'm about to close this live out, and I'm about to make a new one. And if you're interested in getting a reading or asking a question, then you will join me on this next live. That's gonna happen right after this live. So I'll see you guys later. Thank y'all for tuning in, and have a great day. Bye.